So the courts told Dame Dash to do something. Dame Dash said he forgot. So the courts issued a warrant. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. So apparently, Dame Dash is going to be turning himself, or he has already turned himself into the police. Why, you ask? He's being accused of having an outstanding child support payments. Psst, that's a lot of payments. $400,000 to be precise. So almost $500,000 he's being said that he has not given some individuals. Now, there's a couple of situations that make this, I'm not going to say situations, but there's a couple of added nuances to this particular case or this particular situation. One of them being is one of his exes, I believe Rachel Roy, actually him and her had a company together at one point. Box Cops, I don't know what the name of the damn thing was. Anyway, so they had a Thompson, God dang it, Thompson Downs. They had a clothing company at one point. So part of what Damon Dash has been saying in his, I don't want to say defense of himself, is that they had a clothing company. She ran the clothing company, right? Which is kind of weird, because if you have a really high paying job, what a clothing company went out of business, or how high paying the job was. But if you have a high paying job, like, why are you getting child support? But who knows? I don't know the situation, so let me not even go into it. Let's just stick to the facts, just the facts. Anyway, Damon Dash is claiming. Does anybody call him Damon? I'm probably the first person to have called him Damon in how many years? Anyway, so Damon Dash. All right, so he might not even go by Damon. Anyway, so Dame Dash is saying that she basically controlled the books of the now failed company, but of the company. So she cut the checks, is what he's saying. So he's kind of alluding to the facts that he doesn't understand how he owes money if you cut the checks. You could have just cut yourself the check. You were doing everything else. So that's kind of like what he's alluding to. And he also wanted to bring up the fact that he's just given her, or one of the other wives, I believe it's her, $150,000 to buy a home, and then another like 50 grand for something else. So he's basically saying, look, I've been giving money. The fact that I've been giving money at all, especially these large sums of money, just because I haven't been claiming them on the child support, I've been active. So I think he's trying to say that this child support thing has to really be a misunderstanding, because I've been given money. It's not like in large sums of money. So there's this whole, I didn't know. That's his big thing. I didn't know. There's no reason for me to have known. I didn't know. It says in his source article, shout out to the source, after 3 years of failing to stand before a judge for an outstanding child support warrant, so this has been going on for 3 years. After 3 years of failing to stand before a judge for an outstanding child support warrant, former Rockefeller Records exec Dame Dash turned himself into the NYPD today to face authorities and the claim that they have made against him. Another thing he was trying to say is that they moved to LA. So not only did he not know that these checks weren't being cut, previously, now they moved to LA. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm going with this particularly myself. But all right, so let's go. Dame alleges that he doesn't owe child support and he's only turning himself in to clear the almost $500,000 mix-up up. Now, one thing I want to also say about this particular situation is Dame just popped back up into the forefront of the pop culture experience, or he's been not really spoken about, but so much, lately, or should I say, he's being spoken about more now lately than he has in prior years. So this might just be a situation where he's trying to get ahead of the situation. Like, he knows that they've been looking for him, but for whatever the reason is, they haven't been able to get him, like him being on the opposite coast and all. So, this looks like a situation that he might be trying to get ahead of, because he probably is like, yo, I really didn't know. What the hell are y'all talking about? No, but then you hear that it's been 3 years. So how do you not know in 3 years? 3 years you had to have been somebody had to have been contacted at least once. But we'll see what happens. For some reason, when I was in LA, I got all these warrants saying that I didn't pay child support. Well, there you go. So he knew. Anyway, claims Dame Dash: I'll sit in jail for 3 to 4 days or whatever they want me to do. I'm an innocent man. There's no reason for me not to turn myself in. I'm sick of my name being compromised. So like I just mentioned initially earlier, no, he's in the forefront of the public now more than he has been in prior years. So this is why it's important for him. It's very important that he makes sure that he doesn't have to dig himself out of these kind of claims, because what happens is you're going to be going all nice and smooth, and then a big payday, I'm sorry to say, but that's basically what it is, a big payday will show up, and all of a sudden the media will get wind of a situation like this, and then the next thing you know, instead of everybody celebrating you, everybody is bringing up the fact that you kind of owe child support and you knew about it. Now, with that being said, sometimes people owe child support and they don't know, because somebody could put you on child support and then nobody never catch up with you. I don't know how to put it, but he does claim that he knew about the child support for at least 3 years, and he didn't necessarily agree with it, but he's not saying that it's not a thing. It's a thing. Anyway, speaking exclusively to TMZ, Dash says he gave, shout out to TMZ. Speaking exclusively to TMZ, Dash says he gave his exes, Rachel Roy and Cindy Morales, money on a regular basis, even claiming to have given Morales, that's the woman that he gave, $150,000 to purchase a home. Look, I'm gonna tell you a real quick story. So when I was staying in Tennessee, I knew this particular gentleman who was going to court because he had allegedly impregnated a woman, and he didn't know if the baby was his or not. So they were going to court to get a paternity test. So before they was going to court to get the paternity test and all of that, I told him, I said, yo, look, what's going to happen is you're going to go get the paternity test, and if they find out that that baby is yours, what's going to happen is the judge is going to then decide what type of monies that you should have to give to the raising of the child, because, fatherhood and all. So what ends up happening is I tell him, yo, you need to, try to be in the child's life, because if you're not in the child's life at all, when you go to court, the judge is going to hit you over the head, something crazy. So this particular individual, he's like, oh, you New Yorkers, y'all always think y'all know everything. I'm not going over there and I don't care. And then, just basically, and I was like, whatever, man, it's your business. You just talking to me about it. So you wanted input, I gave you input. That's it. You don't want to do it, you don't got to do it. Anyway, so he ends up going to court. They find out the baby is his. He was making something like, and this is crazy, this is Tennessee, y'all. He was making something like $300 and something a week, right? They gave him $400 a week. He said a week. I don't know if it was supposed to be a month. It had to be a month. I don't know, but he gave the impression like he had to pay something like $400 a week in child support. It was crazy. I think the judge hit him over the head with the most amount that they could give to him, because he just absolutely refused the baby. He didn't go in the baby's life at all. He didn't try to send the mother anything to help her with the child. Nothing. Often, and this is just something, so anybody that might be running through a similar situation. Oh, also the the girl's father apparently chased him with a gun or something like that. So that's why, I don't know. Anyway, so for anybody in future that might get into any kind of similar situation like that, what's going to happen is if you're not in the child's life at all, the judges, they're going to hit you over the head. And if you're in one of those red states, it's going to hurt. So yeah, that's happened. Anyway, so Dame Dash obviously has been active financially also in the lives of the children, and also in the lives of the women who gave him children. So this might be something that the judge might look at and say, you know what, you probably really didn't know, or whatever. So we'll see what happens. It also says, although Dash and Rachel Roy have lost their clothing company, he plans to get it back and running are in the work, back up and running are in the works. All right, so and one more thing I want to add before I get out of here. Is the problem she ran the company? Okay, probably wasn't her, but they probably was both of them together. But is the issue, or was there an issue with the running of the company? Because if the company wasn't ran well, and that company running well was gonna be what was gonna finance, Rachel Roy and probably the lifestyles or the lives of the other baby mothers and children also, maybe that company going down is what was the actual problem. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was supposed to be giving money because the judge said he was supposed to be giving money, so they should have been getting checks from him. But what I'm saying is that, like, it would make sense, or if the idea was, I have a kid over here and a kid over there and a baby mom over there and a baby mom over there, if I can open a company that can support them, I don't have to necessarily give them money directly out of my pocket. I could give them the money from the earnings of that company, and on top of that, they will also have money because they're gonna be involved in the company. So that in itself is gonna help the overall. You understand what I'm trying to say? You open the company to support, your family, but you also have other stuff in the works over here. So that company is entirely in, and that company goes under. So therefore, that pillar that was holding up that side of the house is not stable. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about it. Leave the comments down in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.